who between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua is saying the truth and who is lying? That's a very difficult question to answer because both Ruto and Rigathi, they have got some integrity issues. So it's very hard to tell who is saying the truth and who is lying. Yesterday, William Ruto alleged that Rigathi Gachagua approached him and demanded to be given 10 billion Kenya shillings for him, Rigathi, to go climb the mountain. We all know that even before the Gen Z protests, already there were some mamas on the mountain on tea, milk, coffee, and such like stuffs. There were already mamas on the mountain. So Rigathi demanded 10 billion Kenya shillings to go climb the mountain. Ruto made those allegations yesterday, after which Rigathi Gachagua quickly responded. Before we have a look at Rigathi's response, let's first listen to Ruto.
Sasa ikanifikia mimi. Mimi sasa. Unajua, mimi naweza kukufanya one term president. Usipofanya hii, usipofanya hii, usipofanya hii, nahitaji bilioni 10. Wewe unajua bilioni 10 Bwana Waweru?
Labda kilikuwa za nini rais? Bilioni
10 ndio niende niongee na watu ya mlimani, you know, ni kupangie siasa, sijui nifanye nini. Mimi nikaona hapa nikamwambia I will not do it. Wacha nimalize. So nikamwambia hii haiwezekani. Na kama ni kuwa one term ni sawa. Hakuna problem. Kama wewe ndio kuamua nani atakuwa one term, nani atakuwa sijui how many terms, nilikuwa nafikiri ni wananchi wa Kenya na Mungu. Kama ni wewe, sasa amua vile unataka. Nasikia my friends. So wabunge wakaanza vita. And hata wabunge marafiki wa Rigathi watakuambia mara mbili niliita wabunge. Nikamwambia sikizeni. Hatukuchaguliwa kuja kupigana. Tulichaguliwa kuja kufanyia Wakenya kazi. Wachana na mambo ya impeachment. Mara ngapi? Mara mbili. Mara ya tatu nilikuwa nimeenda UN. Nikaitisha mkutano kwa sababu nilikuwa nimeona wameanza tena maneno ya impeachment. Nikaitisha mkutano, nikamwambia wabunge kujeni tufanye mkutano. Wabunge wakakataa kuja mkutano, wakasema wewe umetuzoea. Ulitukataza mara ya kwanza, ukatukataza mara ya pili, sasa utaamua. Either tutaendelea na tukuulizi, atuulizi kura yako. Kura yako haihitajiki bunge. Sisi tutafanya vile tunavyojua tutafanya. Hiyo ingine wachana na sisi. They never came for the meeting.
It never stopped there. Ruto went further and had this to say.
Shida. Kesi. Kila siku kwa kesi. Itumbi. Amesema, sijui ameandika nini. Ameandika nini. Sasa, tukafanya kesi. Kaita Itumbi. Deputy President ameketi hapo, mimi hapa. Wewe Deputy President anasema umefanya. Haya, tunamaliza kesi. Next, baada ya wiki moja, Faruk PA, mtu mdogo, amefanya. Haya, naita Faruk, nafanya kesi. Tukamaliza hiyo. Kidogo Ndindi Nyoro amefanya meitisha mkutano sijui Kiharo. Amepanga wabunge wengi. Mbona amepanga wabunge? Mbona naita Ndindi Nyoro. Tumeketi chini. Kesi. Haya, kuisha hiyo Kimani Ichung'wah. Sijui amesema. Sasa mpaka nikamuuliza, ndugu yangu, wewe ni naibu wa rais wa Kenya. Bloga huyu Dennis Itumbi bloga unasumbuana na yeye nini? PA ya ofisi mtu kidogo. Hawa vijana, you know, sijui Ndindi Nyoro, sijui Kimani Ichung'wah, sijui nani, sijui mama mwingine, sijui anaitwa wa kutoka hapa ati alikuja, sijui anamwambia wewe unazungusha marinda sijui. Sasa nikamwambia hii vita na kidogo kidogo ni nini? Just wait kidogo. Ndio hiyo yeye ameanza vita na wabunge. Hawa wabunge wenye kumuondoa bunge. Vita na wabunge, nyinyi wabunge. Kabla ya Disemba, msiponipigia magoti mtaenda nyumbani. Wabunge ndio hawa. Wabunge ni wanasiasa. Sasa wabunge wakasema Disemba tutaenda nyumbani tusipokupigia magoti. Okay. Kabla Disemba na sisi tutakushughulikia. Nasikia vita mwenyewe ameanzisha na wabunge.
Rigathi quickly responded, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, I am now more convinced than ever before that pathological lying is a mental disorder. The greatest existential threat to our beloved country is outright lying to the people of Kenya without blinking in failure by a leader to put his team together to harmonize their lies. I weep for my country. Let's put all that into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Listening to Ruto and listening to Rigathi, it's very clear to me that either one person is lying or they are all lying. But then again, what Ruto is saying is not something new. If you see Ndindi Nyoro moving around the country launching projects and campaigning, it's very clear he was being facilitated by the government. So it might be true. That's what Rigathi also wanted William Ruto to do. He wanted Ruto to facilitate him so that he could go climb the mountain. And by climbing the mountain, Rigathi was going to gain financially and politically, in that he was going to have money, and he was also going to grow his political stature in Mount Kenya, something that William Ruto never wanted in the first place. And that can explain why William Ruto rejected that demand by Rigathi Gachagua. Ruto never wanted Rigathi to build himself politically on the mountain. Ruto wanted to remain the mountain's political kingpin. So it might be true, Rigathi had demanded some money from Ruto. And then when William Ruto says kulikuwa na makesi mingi, it's also likely to be true because Rigathi himself was complaining about some government officials undermining him. In fact, Dennis Itubi himself claimed that Rigathi went physical with him at State House. So it might be true, as Ruto is trying to say, that there were so many cases. Ruto was speaking yesterday at Sagana Lodge in Nyeri County. And the message, in my honest opinion, was meant for the mountain. Ruto wanted to let the mountain know that Rigathi Gachagua impeached himself. He could not come in terms with the members of parliament. If keenly you listen to the full interview, Ruto also claimed that he saved Rigathi Gachagua twice. The MPs wanted to impeach him, but he saved him twice. Until the third time, now Ruto allowed the MPs to proceed with their impeachment. Ruto is trying to create an impression that he never sanctioned Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment, but the impeachment purely came from the members of parliament. And that might not be the truth per se, because we know Ruto wanted to get rid of Rigathi Gachagua before 2027. Ruto knew that in the event Rigathi reached 2027 as the deputy president, then he was going to be too strong to be stopped. And he was going to pose a serious threat to him, in that Rigathi Gachagua was going to control the mountain votes, so Ruto was going to be forced to negotiate with him. That's what William Ruto was trying to avoid. And in one way or the other, it might be true he has avoided that, because now Rigathi Gachagua can't contest for any seat. He's now just an ordinary person. He's no longer all that powerful. We know that power do attracts. An impeached Rigathi Gachagua is not as powerful as if he could have been a deputy president. So in one way or the other, Ruto succeeded in clipping Rigathi Gachagua's political powers. All that also boils down to integrity. Do Kenyans love leaders of integrity? The answer is a very big no. Before some Kenyans voted for Ruto and Rigathi, they knew very well the two leaders had integrity issues, but they went ahead and voted for them. You don't expect a leader of no integrity to deliver. That should be a lesson and a warning to Kenyans. If you want leaders who can deliver, leaders who will be saying the truth, vote in leaders of integrity. But are Kenyans ready to vote in leaders of integrity? The answer is a very big no. So Kenyans will still continue suffering. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you are not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.